Hey guys, it is Monday night.
Another Monday night Sketchy Live.
Exciting times. We've got Johnny sketching tonight. It's been a little bit.
Yeah, you have been telling me I need to draw something. So tonight we're gonna sketch something real easy,
Basic.
something simple. Kind of trying to again, I really love the whole drawn on cardboard and those kinds of things. So we're gonna try to emulate the feel of just doing a real quick sketch on some cardboard. So
Nice.
We're gonna do that. We're gonna talk about upcoming possible trip to, well, not possible trip. We're gonna be heading over to the other coast, and we're gonna talk about some other stuff. So hang out with us. Sketchy Live starts now.
We'll be right back. And we are back in business. Guys.
Sketchy Live Monday. What's going on? Hope you're excited to, I'm sure you're getting pumped and ready for the upcoming holiday. I know
It's one of my faves.
Yep, it's ityB's favorite one of your favorite holidays. Following your favorite holiday.
Right.
So I'm sure you're getting excited about that. You got turkey dinners coming and all that kind of good stuff.
And pizza for this guy. Finally
see if pizza
gets
happens.
his wish.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah. So holiday week, I'm going to be heading out of town actually. So I leave tomorrow to go see my family, and we have a family wedding. So I'm going to be gone for an entire week. I will not be here next Monday night. So we will not be doing Sketchy Live next week.
Well, maybe.
Well, unless you do it by yourself.
I might try to pull it off. We'll see. What
Apologies.
I already struggle with just doing it by myself regularly. So.
Right. Well, maybe I'll just do a little check-in then with people.
Yeah, maybe. Just to let everybody know if I'm alive or not.
And if I'm available, I might be able to pop in. It's Monday night. So
if I've survived being without you for
I'm sure you'll be fine. I'm sure you'll be fine. But yeah, holiday week, it's I'm sure a busy time for everybody. We've had some orders flowing in, so we are so appreciative of that, guys.
So grateful of that. Yep.
Getting holiday orders in. I don't know with the mail, it's been super unpredictable, really. I don't want to talk bad about our United States Post Office, but the Postal Service, but it's been a little lacking in our immediate area as far as mail getting out. So I would say if you're going to order something, not even just from us, from anybody.
What do you mean? What trouble have you had
with delivery stuff?
What have we had?
Not personally. I'm saying for my work, I've seen people
your job
stuff delayed. So. It's not the job, it's the mail.
Yeah, they suck.
In any case, if you're ordering from anybody, really just allow yourself enough time. Let me tell you who's on the broadcast and who's watching. And I want to do our, let's do this and make this bigger so we can see what you're doing here. All right. So I've got your overhead, and let me get all three if I can. There we go. Okay, good. All righty. So we've got Frank Pupello joining us tonight. Nice. It's time for the coolest show on the web, Sketchy Live. Get comfy and enjoy. Yeah, buckle up, guys, because you're going to be in for a treat tonight. Frank is tuning in from YouTube. We are live streaming on YouTube and Facebook, guys. So that YouTube, we've had some really pretty decent views over there on those videos. So keep it up with the likes and loves and shares and viewing. It's great. It's helping us. We really want to get our presence over there grown quite a bit more than it is now. So
its viewership, our viewership is kind of down a little bit. But,
is that?
Yeah.
Well,
it always feels like around this time of year, we're always battling with football. So
yeah. And we do have plans to create more content. So I don't know if we're going to get into that tonight to share it with you, but
we can.
But yeah, some fun stuff coming up. Howard Pierpont joining us, 36 degrees with wind, making it feel like only 19 degrees. Yikes. Cloudy and lows in the 20s overnight. Bloomington, Illinois. So he's in Illinois today.
Nice.
He's our resident traveler. He's always doing something fun. Lizzie's joining us. Hello, my two favorite peeps of the week.
What's
She's
going
out
on?
in Dade City area, right over here in Florida. Super close to us. In fact, it was about a year ago we met Lizzie for the first time. She's been watching for several years. I mean, almost since the beginning. And we only just met her last year in person, and she lives right here in Florida. Rob Earl, sweet. Hey there, Johnny and ityB, tuning in from the Hunter Valley, Australia on an absolutely scorcher of a spring day here.
Oh,
It's
wow, really?
105 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, that's a normal day here in Florida.
Seasons are different.
I know. Opposite. Lizzie is posting her YouTube channel, Ms. Butterfree 34, and she's got some really cool trinkets, jewelry. I love the word trinkets.
I guess you do.
So go check out her YouTube. I know she does some live auctions during the week as well. She said, I hope you have a great Thanksgiving with your family. Thank you. Larry McCullum joining us. Likewise, heading to Texas from Washington tomorrow for a week. This is a huge, I think they said that this is one of the largest or busiest travel weeks for people.
Generally,
is
yes,
Thanksgiving. Yeah, not even Christmas.
Because a lot of times, sometimes our families end up staying
the whole month. Yikes.
Thanksgiving.
I guess through Christmas. Lizzie gave us a thumbs up on our channel. Thank you. We appreciate that.
Yes.
Wesley Wilkerson joining us. Oh, good Monday night comedy, he says.
Yeah.
Well, we will
I'm
amp
drunk,
it up.
So there's the comedy.
Yeah. We will try to make it funny. Paul Marziani joining us from Bradenton Motorsports in Bradenton, Florida. Another Florida person over here. And I love, again, Paul, your picture, icon picture is the Johnny Jalopy t-shirt he's wearing, the big logo design that you have. So I love the support there. Jim Pollen, happy Thanksgiving from Hobo's Hot Rod Garage in Horseheads, New York. It's got to be chilly up there. I know they're getting some cooler weather up that way. Diane Kinnery. Hi, guys. The Kinnerys here. So glad you're sketching tonight. We really miss your sketching. It's 40 degrees and going down in Illinois in the 20s. Yikes.
Going down.
Dan Flores joining us. Sketchable shenanigans.
That's right, buddy.
We appreciate you tuning in. Eric Schinkel. Hey, y'all. Welcome to the broadcast.
What's going on? And again, we're just doing a loose sketch. And then we'll try to tighten it up and turn it into something. But
yeah, this is one of my favorite ones you do. And I think probably your favorite thing to draw.
What's that?
This type of car.
What type of car is this?
What type of car is it?
Yeah, you tell me.
I don't know.
Well, you just said it's your favorite type.
It is. You draw a lot of these.
What is it?
I don't know.
It's sitting out in our garage.
Oh, this is your lowered hot roddy, rat roddy.
It's a Model A.
Yeah, but it looks lower. The wheels tucked in, not like ours is. So there's some modifications that you've done on this one in comparison to what we have out in the front yard. Which, by the way, we got to take her out yesterday, was it? Yes. We went to one of the local breweries. This local brewery we've gone to before. They were in a shopping center. It was a pretty small operation. And they closed up for, what felt like a month and a half. Of course, we had the hurricanes and everything too. That probably slowed things down. But they just reopened this complex. It's huge, great outdoor space with a bunch of picnic tables. And there's a little concrete slab for bands. So they're probably going to have some entertainment there. They actually were out of a lot of their beer and ciders and sours and stuff because it was just so busy, I guess, from opening weekend or something. But we did get to take Rose over there, parked her right outside and got to sit there and look at her because why wouldn't we? That's what we do, right? When you have an older vehicle and you're proud, you want to park it where you can see it. So that's what we did. Beautiful day outside yesterday. It was really nice here. Howard Pierpont said, I leave for Texas on the 6:30 a.m. flight to Dallas. Wow. So he's heading back. Yeah, I'm flying out tomorrow night. Steve Heinrichs, Fat Boy Steve, live from the Lemp Brewery. Happy Turkey. So Steve, are you hanging out in your space right now? I bet you he is. I probably would too. I wouldn't want to. I would like probably live there. Like if there was a bathroom, I'd be like, this is fine.
I'm sure there's a bathroom there.
Well, I'm sure there is, but I'm talking like a full service shower, kitchen. Although
It's
if
not
you,
a bathroom if it's a kitchen.
well, I'm saying the whole space that he has there, I didn't see that stuff. So maybe it was behind a closed door somewhere. I
Maybe
don't
he didn't
know.
want to share it.
It was
you'd
a
be
neat-
trying to take a.
I'd be trying to move in.
Mhm.
It was a really cool space, though. Again, thanks for sharing. So we have in Florida right now, and I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago, some our Florida area, because of how mild the weather is here now, it's not as cold, but it's also not as scorching hot. So a lot of things open up again. We see a lot more outdoor stuff. The swap meet is back up and running again. They closed for the summer because it's just too hot for people. And then we have this week, which is something that we've done in the past, the Turkey Rod Run up in Daytona. They closed down the track, and there's just, I mean, this thing is huge. There's a giant car show. There are there's a vendor area. There's a swap meet area there where you can bring your stuff. I mean, people just coming from all over the place. And I think because it's up in the Daytona area, a little closer for people like from Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina to come to. So there's a lot of people from out of town. We've been there before and have vended. And we've been there before just as spectators with our car. I mean, years ago, we brought Raquel, our 51 Chevy, there. And it was such a fun time. But it is literally like, what, a 4-day show? When does it start? Wednesday?
Starts Thanksgiving Day.
Oh, it starts on Thursday?
Mhm.
So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I mean, you don't have to go for the whole thing, but there were a couple of times where we went for 2 or 3 days. So it's a really big show, and we haven't been able to go in quite some time because of, Johnny working retail. His day job is retail store manager, and Black Friday is a huge thing. And it's really Black Friday weekend, really.
People got to shop on Black Friday.
It's got to be. So we haven't been able to go because he hasn't been able to get the time off. And that was a similar situation this year, which is why he's not coming to New Jersey with me. Because we probably would have gone there together, but he's going to be staying home. And you've actually maybe considered trying to squeeze it in on Thursday since you're not doing a Thanksgiving meal or anything.
I think Art and I are going to team up, hit Turkey Rod Run.
How exciting for you.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
I mean, this is something that you've wanted to go to. We had a great time when we went. And
every time's a great time there. Yeah. I'm just excited that I've got purpose of going.
Yes. You're talking about swap meet, right?
Yeah.
Yes. And that was the thing that I was going to say, because I know we talked about it last week too. I really want to go back to the swap meet in Webster, because the couple times that we did go, number one, I was just new to the car scene, new to what you've introduced me to. We were shopping for a truck that I hadn't even seen yet. If you remember, you were trying to get parts for that truck cab.
Oh, right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I hadn't even seen it yet because you had it tucked away in storage. So I'm like, what are we doing here? Where is this car that you're talking about? So it's going to be cool to go. I'd love to go with you. And now that I know what we're looking for, or now I know what we're purchasing for, I'd really like to be in on it. So, I mean, if you find something on Thursday, great, pick it up.
I'm not going to not get things and go, oh, I should have waited.
No. Don't wait.
I won't be.
No, but I would really love to go, and I'm excited.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm excited to get some cool little things for her. I mean, we've got her now. She's running now, and now we're in that stage of what else can we do?
It's time to start really personalizing her look and how she's doing. Exactly. I'm already looking at photos that I took yesterday of, even if these sitting in it, it just it's so stock. And
it is.
It's hard for me for it to just be so kind of plain. It kind of just, not that it's, because it's lowered and we lowered it down, and it needs to be lowered in the front more. It's driving me crazy. But the look itself is still kind of very stock.
People are digging it though.
So we got to do something to change that.
Well, it's your car. You do whatever you want.
I'm not in the midst of it doing any, body modifications on it yet, type stuff.
We're talking subtle things.
Yeah.
We talked about
personalization of it, and
the headlight bar, you were talking about flipping that,
Not flipping,
lowering it.
lowering.
Oh, I thought you flipped it the
It's
other
a
way.
drop.
Oh, okay. We were talking about doing that. I know you took the tire off the back, but we were talking about doing something back
I want to
there.
do something there. I've already got a really cool set of tail lights.
You're going to swap them out?
Not yet, because that's body modifications I got to do to put it on.
Oh, okay.
But I'm already looking at possibilities for that. You know, there's where we are so far. Real quick.
Super cool. A little in motion, looks like. Making a jump.
Yep.
I can't see us doing that in Rose. Jumping a hill.
I hope not yet.
Not yet. She's going to need a little bit more. I've had
anybody commenting or anything?
Yeah, I'm going to read it right now. Lizzie said my sister and her husband are going to Daytona. Okay, so there's some other people that are going up there. Eric Schinkel said the weather in Texas can't figure out what it wants to do. Pack for anything. Those that are coming. Steve Heinrich said, yeah, just bought a load of signs from Tulsa. Yes, I have a restroom. Okay. He's got the restroom there. Hank D is joining us. We haven't given the shout out to Hank D in quite some time, although I really haven't seen him on consistently.
That's part of it.
It's part of it. But now that he's here, I'd like to just say again, if you head over to www.johnnyjalopy.com. Do people even say that at the WW?
I don't know if anybody says that anymore.
And johnnyjalopy.com.
I think we understand we're all on the World Wide Web.
I think so.
You know, that's what the WW means, right?
There's probably kids these days that don't even know that. That's so funny.
Yeah, you just said it. I'm not sure if you know it.
Of course I know it.
I don't know if I'm buying it.
Hank D is our web designer. So if you head over to johnnyjalopy.com and take a look around, he did all that. We're so impressed. Yep. And it's been great and it's been functional and it's been wonderful. So we're so thankful and we love it. Larry Reese, I loved the turkey run at Daytona. Been there a few times. Yeah, it's a good time.
It's been a while since we've gone. So, and the first time we went was an experience.
Yeah,
we didn't know what to expect, and then we went because again, I generally work that Black Friday. So luckily, I wasn't in charge then, and my boss was like, "Yeah, dude, you came in early," because at that time we were getting in there like 3 to open up.
Yeah.
And then so he, by noon he was like, yeah, go ahead and roll out. So I was able to come get you. We jumped in Raquel 2.5 hours, 3 hours later.
Because we drove the car there, 1951 Chevy, 3.5
We show up at night. It was dark by the time we got there.
Well, it was dark anyways because of the time change.
So it was dark when we got there. That doesn't change the story. And at that time, when you first showed up, you got signed in, and because we were doing the show part, we weren't necessarily vending that time,
right?
And then we got to they were doing like a meet and greet kind of thing, and then they did like a slow drags, and then they did like a balance deal, and it was fun. We're like, oh wow, this is really cool.
There were events.
Where did we stay that first time?
At a hotel.
I don't know.
Or no, we stayed with Aunt Carol.
Did we?
I think we did.
Okay, yeah.
My Aunt Carol lives minutes from the track.
No, we didn't. We stayed with
Lori,
your friend.
My friend Lori. You're right.
Right.
Okay. Now it's coming back. But Aunt Carol does live very close to where the track is. In fact, her and my Uncle Pete moved up there because they were such huge race car fans. NASCAR.
Yeah.
Why am I saying it weird?
I don't know.
NASCAR fans back in the day. So they bought a place within, that speedway area, but like kind of off the main drag, but still close enough to where, what's she, 10 minutes, if that?
It was very close.
Yeah, super close. So, and we did stay with her another time or two when we went up there.
As we started to progress and
fun time though. Yeah. Dan Evans joining us. I'm here a little late. I wasn't watching the time. No worries, Dan. You're here now.
We'll allow it.
We'll allow it. Dennis Goff is back. I'm here again.
Nice.
Welcome. Dan said, make sure you keep that chick riding shotgun. That's true. That's where I belong. I was in the back seat. When my dad was here, I let him sit up front and I sat in the back seat. Did you lose it? We lost it. Jim Pollen said, hit me up if you want some subtle bead rolling for Rose. Oh, don't tempt him, Jim. He may actually call upon you for that. Cam McNulty joining us. Hey, you too. Welcome. We miss you. I've been thinking about you. I was actually going to video you today, and I totally got busy with work, so I apologize.
Hello, Bidota.
But we will talk soon. Rob Earl, gee, I have to say, I feel real lucky to be able to watch you live. Johnny, sketching your signature style of cool cars. Thanks for being so accessible to us.
Of course, thanks.
And you know what? It is one thing that we do. I love doing the lives, and we talked about this before. We have the ability to record this and edit it,
Well,
and then
do it
post
like
it.
a true. Did it come back on? Oh, no,
Not
it
yet.
didn't.
But we don't. We started live a long time ago. It's been part of the challenge for me to just kind of keep things moving, especially when Johnny's in the middle of a crisis like this and he's not talking, or he's like super into what he's drawing, so he's not talking. I'm the talker. So it's been a bit of a challenge for me to do that. And then if there's mistakes, or there's been plenty of mistakes, there's been plenty of arguments. There have been times where I've wanted to get up and just leave the table.
Same.
But we stick with it and we push through. And I think it's part of the fun of it. It's a challenge for me. Every time we sit here on a Monday night, it's a challenge.
I'm sure most people could do a drinking game. And how long will it be before they're fighting?
Right. Richard Hahn is joining us. Hi from Alpena. Welcome.
The Peen.
And we've got Wendy Nash joining us. Hi, guys. Welcome.
Hey.
Wendy and Eddie Nash, our buddies from right here in Newport Richey. Super close.
Right, here we go. We're back. Did it?
Yep. We are back. Yeah. So anyways, what else were we going to talk about?
What were we talking about when it blipped?
We were talking about the show. And I just want to see, because there was something else that you posted on here. Well, turkey, family, and holidays is what I posted. And we did talk about that. There's a bunch of people traveling. We talked about that.
That's supposed to go like it's an agenda.
No, because I want to make sure I hit all the points you were talking about when you posted what we were going to talk about. So you said, oh, that's right, learning to drive manual shift cars and trucks. So it was a conversation Art and I were having today as we were going to pick up one of his cars today. Oh.
And because he was, we were talking about as we were following some people and, braking and, it's still got the manual brakes on it.
Right.
And how you've said multiple times how you're a little nervous to drive Rose.
Yes, because it's a little different than the manual that I learned on and remember using.
Which we go back to the whole conversation of every vehicle's different. And so anyways, Art was like, yeah, do you think she'll ever try it? I'm like, I don't know. She keeps thinking she's going to go transition into the Bug. Like suddenly the Bug is this easier thing to drive than before. And you don't like how that shifts either.
No, I didn't. But at least it shifts the normal way that I know how to shift.
But it doesn't shift the normal way.
Well, I'm used to first being up top, second being down.
What does the shift pattern have to do with shift?
Because I think I'm going to get confused. Because Rose is down as first is down.
So when you're driving, when you go from driving the Jeep to driving something else, do you get confused on how to drive it?
No, because it's automatic and it's the same.
No, it's not the same. Every car is different.
It's the same.
It's not the same.
Even my father, who has driven many stick shifts, his work trucks were stick shifts. He was driving stick shifts way before I was born. Would not drive Rose.
I don't understand.
You know what he told me? And it's the same concern that I have, is that we're going to screw something up and it's going to ruin the car. That's what he said. And that's how I feel too. Like, what if I grind the gears, or what if
then they get ground?
Okay. Well,
so let me ask you this. Your natural instinct would be, if it started grinding, you just keep on.
No, but what if I'm mid-turn and then there's cars behind me, or I'm trying to cross traffic and we get hit because I can't figure out how to get it back into gear?
Why would we get hit?
I don't know.
It's a whole lot of fear.
I think if we were going to do it, I'd have to go to like a parking lot and practice there before taking it on the main roads. Anyways.
I don't think that's needed.
Yeah. So there was that, but I'm thankful that I at least shared the same concern that my father did. And my father, who has years and years of manual experience.
This makes me go, why are you guys so fearful?
Because it's your car. I don't want to ruin it.
How are you going to ruin it?
It's no different than how you felt when you got into our buddy Jerry Lavalette's car.
Did I get in it and drive it?
You did, but you were scared. You didn't want to ruin it.
Did I get in and drive it?
You did.
I did.
Now, was his? I never even asked you. So his was a 32,
Automatic.
the red one. Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, no wonder why you had no
modern
hesitation.
transmission. Of course, I wasn't afraid.
And that was really the only other.
I was more nervous just because it was a very expensive vehicle.
Right.
About being the person that's driving it, and then someone else hits us or something.
Or being the person driving a car and then hitting a fence.
It's also not my car.
Like you did out in California.
This is your car.
It's yours.
Whatever,
it's yours.
Whatever.
Eric Schinkel said, we getting ityB cooking tips again? Eric.
Cooking for sure.
I knocked it out of the park last night. You ate the crap out of that meal.
Crap is the opposite.
I had my daughter and her boyfriend over for dinner, and I made.
Are you allowed to say that?
I think so. I think they've said that they're boyfriend, girlfriend.
Sure,
I don't know. I made a deconstructed chicken pot pie.
This is what's amazing to me. When did this deconstructed pot pie suddenly show up in your arsenal? We've been together for many years. And this never happened. And then suddenly you're like, hey, I got this, I do this deconstructed. And the way you made it sound is, I do this deconstructed pot pie, which, by the way, there's no pot pie part.
Yes, there is.
Is that the stuffing?
The pot pie is the peas and carrots and the chicken.
Where's the crust?
That's why it's deconstructed. So
That's
I
not
make
what
it.
Deconstructed means.
I do. I've been doing ground turkey, Eric. Ground turkey, browned. I add 2 cans of cream of chicken soup,
of turds and
some
jelly.
Spices, a can of peas and carrots. I actually did put in some steamed broccoli as well. Then I add some cheddar cheese, some Parmesan cheese, and then I make stuffing, like just a stovetop quick stuffing in the microwave, and then I broil it to brown it and crisp it, and then I top it.
It's broiled
in the skillet. It's a deep skillet, and then I top it with the stuffing, and I put the lid on, and it all kind of steams and melds together. And then I made mashed potatoes, garlic mashed potatoes with Parmesan and sour cream.
Oh, they were garlic?
Yeah. On the side. And then you scoop that out, and then you put this deconstructed pot pie on top.
It was good.
You're not doing chunks of potato in a pot pie like you would with the crust. We're just not doing the crust. And I'm not doing the chunks of potatoes. I'm doing a mashed potato. It was fantastic. And fun tip, if you have extra pot pie filling left, you make rice the next day. You could put it over egg noodles the next day. It's totally versatile. It was delicious. I had it for lunch today. I did not have any pasta or anything with it, but I ate it almost like a soup. It was really good. Or like a chowder, if you will. I don't know.
It's more like a chowder.
Yeah. We've had this discussion before. Soup, chowder, and what was the other one?
Soup and chowder. No,
there was soup, chowder, and what's the other thing that's like a soup? Stew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we've had that discussion before, but it is more like a chowder. But you could really add anything in it. You could
you could just add anything.
You could just, yeah. It was fantastic. And then I paired it with a canned cranberry sauce, which is my personal favorite. It was so good.
Disgusting.
It was fantastic. So anyway, there you go, Eric. Fun tip. And you could probably even do this with your leftover turkey. If you have turkey left over this week.
Okay. All right. ityB's cooking show.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you have it. This design is looking pretty fun. Koopy girl, you need to sit. She's in here with us.
Mm-hmm.
Good girl. Lay down. Down. Okay.
She listens. So good to you.
Is she's
no,
down?
She's not down.
I don't know what she's doing. I just feel like one wrong move and the camera's
right
out.
into the camera.
Yeah, she's going to take the camera out, or she's going to trip over
she's
one of
heading
them.
right for it.
She's gone. Right, lay down. Come here. At first, when we were first doing this in this room, because this is our new space, she was out in the living room and we used to close the door. And then it was getting a little too hot in here for us with the lights on, or at least it was for me. And it was during the summer. Of course, now I'm bundled up. But she likes to come in. So we've let her come in with us. Alrighty. And then the other thing is that we want to talk about, we were planning on doing the Great American Teach-In. We were invited to go do that in November. It was last week. We were supposed to do it.
Yeah.
And there was a pseudo hurricane.
Of course, a big storm comes in, major rain across the state.
Yeah. So they wound up canceling it. Now,
Well, they didn't cancel it.
they didn't cancel it. They postponed it. But there were, you know, what was crazy is I drove that day to a doctor's appointment. And as I was driving, I saw other schools that were advertising for the Great American Teach-In. So they were still doing it. I mean, it was still something that was done and recognized, but this particular school, the gentleman that we're working with, Sam Metro, is
The school is like totally just they're all in on this car thing. Which is
yeah,
cool.
it's just such a big deal. They're going to be doing a car show
They're an
and
art show.
Mm-hmm. And it's just going to be this big thing.
The kids have an art contest going on, and it's all their versions of trying to do lowbrow art, which is really cool.
Yeah. And there's already some pieces. He's taken some pictures and sent us some stuff. And I mean, these kids are really good.
Yeah, they did really great.
They're
job.
really good. So we're so excited because it's now going to be in January. So we're planning on doing that. It actually just gives us a little bit more time to prepare some extra things that we might want to do when we talk to the kids, because we're both going to this. And I'm excited. I think it's going to be fun. And I think it's just going to be neat to hang out with Sam and, you know, see where he works. And that area over there in Claremont where they're at is just so beautiful too. That was a town we stumbled upon on our way home from Disney Springs once, I think. Yeah. So super fun. Looking forward to that. And that'll be in January. So stay tuned for that. Let's see what else we have. Oh, so back to the manual and automatic, because I want, like I said, I want to get in Kona again. I just want to kind of familiarize myself with it.
And again, the shift pattern isn't the thing you were complaining about when it came to her.
Well, it was how hard it was to get it into gear, because it was a little tougher.
Because it's not a synchronized transmission.
Oh, well, I don't know what that means, but
It means when you put in the clutch, unlike a modern clutch setup where the gears start to mesh up and
line up
in speed, the bug doesn't have that.
Well, I think if I were to try driving Kona and just refamiliarize, it's been a long time since I've driven a stick. It really has. I mean,
it's a whole bag of excuses.
No, you forget. If you don't do it, you forget. I'm sorry. Is anybody with me on this? I mean, it's not like you can just jump in it and do it.
Absolutely can. It's like riding a bike. You don't forget.
You do forget. It takes a little bit of maneuvering.
No.
Anyway, I think if I were to try driving Kona and say we did a car show, local car show, if I felt comfortable, I would drive that. And then you could drive Rose. And then we could have two cars there. Right now, we're both going in one because I won't drive either one. So
way to ruin it.
Yeah. Eric said like riding a bike. And then Richard Hahn said you never forget. Well,
exactly.
It was 1994.
Thanks, fellas.
I had a 1994 Ford Escort, brand new. And that was a stick. Okay. And that's the stick that I learned on.
Okay. So you know how to drive a stick?
And that was probably 4 years of that until we got rid of it and got another automatic. And that was the last stick that I drove.
So imagine if we had 3 on the tree.
Well, I've driven Rock Hill.
3 on the tree.
I don't know what that means.
Where the gear shift is on the column.
Oh, see, I don't know if I could do that.
See, you already, why would you say, I don't know if I can do it?
Well, I probably could, but it's a little bit more challenging.
Okay. It's just learning.
I've got other stuff going on. Like,
what do you have going on?
I don't know. What if you sneeze or something like it throws off everything, or my foot slips off because I have on slippery shoes.
ityB, remind me, are you a car girl or are you not a car girl?
I am a shotgun rider.
No, you're not. Are you a car girl?
Yes.
Yeah, you are.
I am.
You need to get rid of that fear of vehicles, because what if the remote, what happens if we find your dream truck, the C10, and it's stick shift and it's not easy to drive? You're going to go, oh, I don't want to drive it because it's too hard.
If I did a test drive and it was too hard, I probably wouldn't buy it.
Well, you wouldn't be buying it. So that's the first thing.
Oh.
So if it was purchased for you and the keys were handed to you, you're going to say, I'm not going to drive. It's too hard.
Are you seriously considering getting me my truck?
Not with this attitude, no.
Larry Reese said, Johnny's right. If you drove a stick, you never forget.
You don't forget.
All right, good. Larry McCullum said it's an individual trait. Some get rusty, so take it at your own pace. Might start with a newer stick / clutch to get the motions down. Then you will remember and can learn the non-synchro bug. Rob says, I learned on a 67 Ford Falcon with 3 on the tree. My dear old dad said, if you can't drive this, if you can drive this, you'll be able to drive anything.
That's right.
Yeah.
Or maybe he also said, if you can't drive this, it's the Shoelace Express.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm confident I can do it. I've done it. I've driven Kona before. It's just been a challenge.
It's you think, listen,
I want to be able to get behind the wheel and enjoy myself.
That's the whole fun of it, is learning the car. That's the fun. And then driving it and going, no, I'm driving this thing. And people think they would be afraid to get in it. And because imagine how many people are like, oh, it's too low. And you can barely see through the window. All those kinds of, those are
already the obstacles I've gotten over. So those things don't concern me. Again,
why is that? Why? How come they don't concern you now?
Because I've driven in a car.
Because you got in there and you did it.
What I will ask of you, here's my ask. This is how they always say things at work. Here's my ask of you. No. I would like to be able to go to a parking lot and just familiarize myself with it before taking it on the streets. Is that too much to ask?
I guess the keys are always sitting there anytime you want to.
Well, first of all, I don't know how to start it. So like you said,
what do you mean you don't? You put the key in and you start it.
Not Kona. I'm talking about Rose.
It's not hard.
Well, really? You said it was like a 10-step process.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
I've adjusted things to where it's 2 steps.
Oh, all right.
3 steps maybe.
Give me 3 steps.
That's about what it is now. That I've done some adjustments.
When was it that you left the key in the car? Was that
yesterday?
Yesterday
while we were shopping.
And he's like, yeah, good luck trying to start this thing.
I would have, I had all confidence. I could leave that key in that ignition. Not a single person in our area is going to walk up to that thing,
including me. I wouldn't know how to start it. I would probably, because people would be turning the key thinking, oh, it's not turning over.
Oh, the battery must be dead.
Yeah. But but can you also flood the car? You can't you?
Flood it how?
With too much gas if you step on the gas? Like, when you start it, do you step on the gas?
Which one's the gas?
I don't know.
Let me ask you this. Does a 1930 Ford Model A have a gas pedal?
There would be an accelerator. I don't know.
Does it have a gas pedal?
I don't know.
Anybody? Does anybody know?
Does anyone know? Eric Schinkel said, go to a parking lot and a hill. It will come back real quick. Right. That was the worst. When I was driving, we were living in, where were we? We were in Arizona, and there were a lot of hilly areas, little mountainous areas. And I was with that stupid, we had an escort station wagon, for crying out loud. That was what I chose to get.
What it was had nothing to do with why you couldn't do it. Still,
it wasn't like I could floor it.
Like what?
Peel out.
What is that got to do with it?
Would have been cooler.
Yeah.
Riff Driven said, learn stick on a 63 Carmen Ghia and a friend's Opel GT.
There you go.
Well, that sounds fun.
Right. See, why does that sound fun?
I don't know. I like the Carmen Ghias. So
same transmission?
Yes, but maybe his was smoother. Ours
is
just
not.
Kona's it's hard.
It's old transmission.
Wesley Wilkerson said, ityB, don't feel like only the lonely. Most any person being born after the boomer generation would be lost if
Oh wow.
they were faced with a 3 on the tree.
He just told you.
I am born after the boomer
No,
generation.
you're not.
When were the baby boomers?
I don't know. You're a boomer.
I'm gonna look it up because I don't know where all the generation. Like I don't know what Gen X is. I don't know what Gen Z
I don't
is.
even know.
What's the baby boomer age? Baby boomers are people born between 46 and 64.
Right.
Yeah. I was after that. So you're right. It was after the baby boomer, right? Jim Pollan said, yes, the 31 Ford has a gas pedal, but I'm building one. So it might not be fair for me to answer.
Jim Pollan. Yours now may have a gas pedal, but it doesn't have a gas pedal stock.
Eddie Nash said throttle lever.
Well, there's a throttle lever. There is a throttle lever.
Are you talking about the choke thing?
Nope.
There's no gas pedal?
There's no gas pedal.
It's a button?
It's an accelerator button.
Well, I said accelerator before and I just said
it's
button.
On the floor.
So technically I'm right.
It's on the no, it's not. Where were you thinking the accelerator button was?
On the floor.
Okay, I don't think you said that. Let's rewind.
Where would it have been? You asked if there was a gas pedal, and I said no. There's an accelerator pedal.
Well, you still said pedal,
right? But then I just said button.
I'm not buying it.
Whatever. So it doesn't. When you press it, it's not like giving it more gas like a gas pedal would be.
Henry Ford didn't call it a gas pedal. He called it an accelerator button.
But it works the same way. It's just not on a lever.
It's a lever. It's not a pedal. There's no pedal. It's a button.
You could probably install a pedal.
I just said you could put a pedal. Jim Pollan probably has a pedal.
Oh, I see.
But the stock one is not a pedal.
Okay. So there's 3 things. One is the clutch.
So
one's the brake.
So if somebody had no idea or weren't familiar with Model A, right? They get in it, and there's 2 things that look like the same thing, which is your footrest pedal button. Excuse me, your footrest button.
You just said it.
And then your accelerator button on the floor, and then the 2 pedals, which is the brake and the clutch. And they'd be like, "What do those do?" Because that's what I did. I was like, "Where's the gas pedal?"
Have you done a true walk around of this car on video?
Mm-mm.
I think that would be something fun to do.
Maybe
for people,
so
they could see the inside. To see the inside, I think people would be. I mean, not everybody gets to see a 31 or a 30 Ford.
Maybe we should ask.
So maybe that's something to do. Eddie Nash said, "From an old man, dangerous conversation." Wesley Wilkerson said, "I learned to drive a truck by driving a 68 needle nose Kenworth with a twin stick and
that
a real Jacobs."
To me, that seems hard.
What's a twin stick?
Twin sticks.
One of the
so for first gear is you're there, you put the clutch in, you're pulling one down and pushing one up. That might be first. And then second might be this one down as you're accelerating. That might be second. And then another one might be this one up, this one down, and then this one back up, and that's third.
Who designed this?
It's all the transmission, the gear ratio in it to move thousands of pounds of material on a truck
requires 2 sticks.
Getting the gear ratio so small. So so in modern trucks now, I think it's single stick, but I think they're still operating 2 different transmissions, and I think there's even ones with 3.
That's crazy.
I'll show you a video. It's on YouTube of a guy who is driving. It's like a 46, and it was amazing to watch. He's over there drinking a cup of coffee, shifting down this one up.
Well, this one said, he said 1968 needle nose Kenworth. So would this be right around the time of like BJ and the Bear and Smokey and the Bandit? Older than that?
Yep. Yeah, those were like 70s.
Okay. But like just a little older than that. Mm-hmm. Okay. Because I have seen a movie with that. I remember seeing that happening, and the guy was like juggling a cup of coffee while he was driving.
Well, they were still,
So I don't know where
Pretty
I saw
amazing.
it. But, Eddie said, think 2 transmissions.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, I
Insane.
could barely handle the one. Rob Earl said that's a great idea. I think about the car walk around. I think people would dig it.
Okay.
Eddie said, show her the triple stick transmission.
That's what I'm saying. I think there is. I might have a video, seen a video of that as well.
Triple?
Mm-hmm.
Cat.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
this is these guys are full on. That's how they drove, and it was
I can't even imagine.
pretty amazing talent to be able to do that.
Yeah, I have really no driving experience whatsoever. You know what I've always wanted to do though? I've always wanted to do like racing, like you know how they let you do the speed laps and stuff. I've always wanted to try that
Mm-hmm.
and drive fast. I feel like I could do it.
Now with the sphere of things,
Well, if it's a car that shifts easily, then
it's a race car.
I
You
just
think
want
it's
to be able
gonna
to.
get you think it's gonna get easier in a race car?
Why wouldn't it be?
It's even harder.
It's not smoother.
No.
Have you done the test track at Disney?
No, they closed that down.
Well, now it's closed, but years ago.
I didn't have thousands of dollars to do it.
Oh, it's extra? I thought it was
It's
a
not
ride.
free.
Oh, I thought it was a ride.
No.
Wow. Well, that's where they get you. Yeah, I always thought that would be really fun to do.
Oh, I bet it's really fun to do.
My aunt and uncle were huge race people. My brother, obviously, and his son, huge race people. My dad used to watch NASCAR. Like it just always seemed exhilarating to do it. And then, you know, of course, when Danica Patrick was racing, I was like, oh, woman racer, I could totally do this, you know.
I'm not saying you couldn't do it. You could do it, but you can't do it with this going in with the idea you're going to be afraid.
Again, I think more the fear is that I just don't want to ruin something. You'd never forgive me if I got in that car and screwed something up. And
first of all, take that statement back. I would never forgive you. You've broken lots of things.
Oh, have I?
Have I not forgiven you? What are you talking about?
Oh my God.
Every other day I come home and you're like, oh, hey,
I broke my
2
luggage
minutes
today.
ago, you just were, yeah.
I broke my luggage handle. I didn't break it.
Well, whose did?
It broke.
It broke. Okay.
But who fixed it? Me. I fixed my own luggage. Wesley Wilkerson said it's called a 5-speed main and a 4-speed brownie. Yes, Johnny, today's transmissions do have 13, 15, and 18 speed forward using a button on the stick called the upper lower switch.
There it is. There. Okay. Yeah.
Yikes. That is nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Gary Miller joining us. Hello to you both from Uncle Ted, the world's best Ted Nugent tribute band from Nashville, Tennessee.
What's going on?
Love catching your broadcast. Johnny's artwork is the best around.
Oh, thanks, man.
I dig it too. He's a pretty talented guy. Wesley said, imagine having a 3 and 4 speed in reverse to choose from.
Yeah.
I can't.
Fun.
I can't. I love this one. I love the little fence. Super cute. We're coming up on 10:30 already. It's almost been a whole hour.
Okay.
Can you believe it? Time flies when you're talking about silly
Transmissions.
things. Well, guys, I think when I get back from my trip
Challenging you
in December, I think I'm going to do it and we're going to video it and
yeah,
and then we'll have it on video.
I don't think you should be afraid. I think you should go in with the attitude of like, and you've driven the bug before.
I have driven the bug
and it was under like I forget why you needed to drive it. There was a reason
I drove it to work.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, so you could do that. You're good. It's the same car. It hasn't changed.
I know. I didn't like it. It was stressful. Tracy Courtville, hello, my dear friends. I finally had one knee replaced, 12/19. They do the other. You're going to be bionic, sir.
No kidding.
He said then his shoulder reconstruction and then back fusion surgery. Boy, you're going to be a whole new man. I'll be $1 million when they're done. I missed you guys and all my other friends. It's raining here and cold, 43 in Rocky Mount, Virginia. Well, I am glad you are on the mend for now. Gear up for that next surgery. And like I said, you're going to be bionic by the time they're done with you. You're going to be running circles around all of us, Tracy. So hang in there. You're in our prayers. And anybody else dealing with some stuff too. I know this is sometimes a hard time of year for people, especially with loss. I know Johnny's been reflecting quite a bit on Mama Wood, and
Yeah.
this is the time of year she came to stay with us last year. And and then we lost her shortly after, but it's tough when this particular holiday and Christmas really are about family. And when you don't have people around you, sometimes it gets a little bit more difficult.
That's why my wife's abandoning me at this time.
I'm sorry. You're in a good place. You're in a good place, and you have a friend who's going to hang out with you, and you're going to have a great day.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah. So just know that you're in our thoughts and prayers, guys. And
Always, for sure.
yep, we live another day. Gary Miller said we are scheduled to play Daytona Beach this next year, and I'm hoping to somehow meet you both.
Yes.
Daytona Beach is doable, Gary. We
sure.
just need to know ahead of time so somebody can take off work.
We can plan it and make sure we get there.
Yeah.
What do we think of this little...
I am digging it.
Doodle.
Love it.
Not a lot of...
Love the surfboard. I love the fire. No, I think it's perfect the way it is because there's no color in it, but there's color in it.
There's a little bit of color.
Yeah. A little bit of highlights, a little bit of white, like a pseudo chrome without getting all blue on it.
Right.
Little white wall tendency there. Uncle Larry joining us. He said he lost his 15-year-old son 37 years ago today to suicide.
We love you, man.
It's not good. Uncle Larry, we love you. We're thankful for you, and we'll be checking in with you. Hank D said, shoot the video. I'll edit it for you. We'll be videoing. We have some ideas for another element.
Let's go ahead and chat about it.
Yeah. So we have this Sketchy Live, LIVE, sketching show and podcast that we do. And I think, on top of the drawing and on top of the interviews with people and on top of just topics that we discuss together, there's more that we really want to talk about. Maybe some more personal things, maybe some more things outside of our business endeavors here. So we decided to come up with a podcast that we're going to call Sketchy Life, LIFE. And we're going to just talk about some facets of life. And it some of it may be, coming back to Christian beliefs. Some of it may be mental just health. People, mental health, people, families, things we do. Just Johnny and I are talkers, if you can't already tell. But the two of us have conversations on a daily basis about just life and our perspective on things, and maybe observations of situations that are going on in the world, in our areas, with people we know. And we really analyze a lot of those things. And there's just some great learning that we've done just talking it out with each other. And we thought it might be beneficial to other people and maybe something that somebody would want to listen to or chime in on. It would probably be recorded. I don't think we're going to go live with it.
No, yeah, definitely it won't be a live thing, but
we're going to be.
But depending upon the interaction that comes along with it, it could possibly do something like that.
We're going to try that first, and we will post it.
So hopefully we'll see we'll
have it on the channel.
And all of you there watching and checking it out and stuff.
And we'll probably kick that off in December as well. Maybe do a couple before the end of the year. So fun stuff to come. Uncle Larry said, good evening, family. Love you. Stay healthy. Stay strong. Same to you, sir. We love you. Hank D said, just like the Jeep video. Yeah, you could do that. Mm-hmm. Robert Earl said, the sketch is cool, Johnny. It looks like they're cruising at sunset. Nice. Yeah, it's a cool one. And Jim Pollen said, that sounds cool. So he's digging it. So guys, we're trying to create some content. It's just such a busy time of year, this time of year for both of us, really. And then you get holidays and families visiting, and usually October through the end of the year is just swamped. but it's a good swamped. I enjoyed having my family here. I'm going to enjoy going up and seeing them this year. And I always enjoy the holidays, and we'll see what we're going to do this year, because we may be downgrading Christmas a little bit and just keeping it kind of simple over here at the Jalopy household. So we will see. Gary Miller said, wishing both of you a wonderful Thanksgiving.
As well.
Lizzie said, new screensaver. So she's digging it. We appreciate you guys hanging in here with us tonight. This one's almost a wrap here. Johnny's doing his signature on it. And then we will wrap it up for the evening. And like I said, no Sketchy Live next week. Please go back and check out some of our really super old videos on YouTube. Go check those out. I like to look at the ones that have like a ton of views and see what people are saying, because we've had some comments on there.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe leave a comment or give a thumbs up on one of those older videos, or maybe you can repost a few for people. Uncle Larry said, simple is the best way. I love it. I tell everybody, stay home. Don't come trash my house. Trash your own house. I'm going to have a sign made up, Uncle Larry. You can hang it on your front door. Matt Williams tagging in at the last minute here. Hello, guys. Happy Turkey Bird Day.
What's up?
Lizzie said, happy Thanksgiving to you all, and enjoy your family and friends. That's what it's about, guys. We did a podcast on our Word with Friends podcast. I don't know if you've seen Johnny post this on the page at all. It's a separate YouTube channel that we do, but we do a Christian podcast, and we talked about thankfulness this past week, and it's just so nice. It's nice to have great peace, and I think that's something we have to remind ourselves of, when times get a little tough or when you get a little lonely, and we're never alone.
Just know you're not alone.
No,
and you personally matter. Your life matters. All that you're doing and all that you are, you're making differences even when you don't think you are.
Yeah.
And you show up here, you're supporting me, so obviously you're the type of people that support people trying to do things, and so I can't imagine that you're out there not being that same person. So just know that you're making a difference in people. You make a difference every Monday night for us. You give us purpose to do this and show up and try to make content that's fun and all that kind of thing. And there's days where it's been crappy days, and it's doing this that you guys pull me out of, mental stuff that I go, man, today was a tough day, but we got Sketchy Live, so I got
something to look forward to.
Yeah, we got to do some stuff, and there's people counting on us. That's why we can continue to do it, because you continue to keep showing up. And
there's also been people who have reached out to you personally and said, thank you for doing what you do and being there and sharing your life with people, because that's a big deal.
And again, you guys matter. So just know that.
Yeah. We're thankful for
your time with your families. And, if you're not spending time with family, enjoy the day.
Order pizza.
Reflect and do something that you enjoy doing. And, again, know that your life has purpose and you matter to people.
For sure.
Because you matter to us.
Uncle Larry said, I will definitely hang whatever sign you make on my front door with lots of love. Riff driven. He said, I joined too late. Brain fart after the time change. No worries.
It's all good. Hey, the good news is you can go to YouTube and you can watch the whole thing.
Yes, you can. Uncle Larry said, you and the wife, Chantel, must be on the same page. She's been preaching thankfulness and appreciating it.
Yeah, and it's this time of year let's get into it a smidge. Here's a little taste of what Sketchy Life will be like, the kind of topic stuff. So personally myself, I've sharing with you, you guys have seen, we've been pretty transparent about things we've been struggling with. Uncle Larry talked about loss. This is the first holiday. Thanksgiving is the first official holiday of the year. I don't really consider Halloween the holiday.
There was Mother's Day. That was a big one.
Sure, but it's not the one that it's a traditional family day. And this is the first one I'm spending without my mom. So I could easily be over here, choosing, because it really comes down to choice, to reflect and think of the loss of it, and gosh, I'm not spending time with her, and man, it would have been so much better if she was here, and all those things. And I am feeling those things. Those are things that I feel. But what I've chosen to do is, rather than waste mental time on the negatives of it, I'm just going to really, really reflect and remember all the amazing years of time spent doing family stuff, amazing meals that my mom cooked, amazing time spent, conversations, laughs. I have pictures and all those kinds of things. But the thing that is the most valuable to me is the things that live here, these amazing memories of my mom. So she got to spend time with my wife. She got to spend time with my kids at some points in their lives. You know, she was able to bless so many people, and she made the holidays amazing. Therefore, I'm choosing to reflect and remember that part of it, the good stuff. I just don't want to. And I'm not saying you're wrong for feeling.
You're still sad.
Yeah, it's okay, and it's okay to have that feeling, but don't let it overwhelm you, because again, your life. There are people that are surrounded by you that know your loss as well, but they're counting on you in their life. You're the person that brings the light to their Thanksgiving or their time with family. You're the person that go, oh, I love when this person's here.
Mm-hmm.
So just know that, you know, even though you're feeling the way, there are people counting on what you bring to the table as far as the light and stuff that you shine in those moments. So, you know, that people are so thankful for you.
Mm-hmm.
We're thankful for you guys.
Riff Driven said, yeah, I had to break up with my fiance about a week ago.
Tough.
Difficult, but it was the right thing.
Sure. And then and these times in life, they happen. And doesn't it always seem like it's around a holiday of some sort? Because the hope is that your joy, the time will be ruined. And so that you find ways to just fall into the
when
dark.
you say that's the hope, it's the hope of your enemy that happens.
Correct. It's the hope of the enemy.
Right.
That you won't shine as the person that you are. The fact that, again, I'm going to tell you this. Please listen. You show up here on Mondays to support an artist. We're doing a podcast. We're sitting here talking to you. There are 100 million other things you could be choosing to do, but you've chosen to support us. That says something about who you are. So therefore, if you're that person willing to do this for us, I can only imagine the amazing person that you are. And I've met some of you, and you are amazing, that you do in the day-to-day. So don't let the enemy, don't let any of that stuff steal the light that you are out there. So
Jim Holland,
that's what sketchy life is going to be like.
Jim Holland said, understood. This is the first one without my dad. Lots of family memories will get us through. God has blessed our time on earth with them. It is so short compared to our future together in eternity. That's true.
Great point, Jim. We have. That's the thing I'm looking forward to. In my faith is believing that I have eternity to look forward to, and I know I'm going to see my mom again.
Mm-hmm.
I have no doubt. I know where she's at. I know where she's going. I know all that stuff. The type of person that there's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
She's an amazing person, and I'm going to get to spend more time with her again.
Uncle Larry said, and that is exactly what she would want from you, for you to stay strong, for you to stay positive, for you to remember, for you to stay healthy, for your family, and to put smiles out there. And yes, it is fine to feel yucky. He said, look, I had a choice. Grab a bottle, grab the dope, go sit in a corner and let people feel sorry for me and make excuses. I made the choice to throw the dirt on my son, get up in the morning and make sure everybody was happy.
You are the guy, Uncle Larry, that goes out and makes, you inspire me. I wish I could be like you. I wish I could be a better person like you. There are times in the day where you've just messaged me out of the blue, and I'm like, I barely know this person, and he has made a choice to make me important in his life enough to say, hey, how you doing? Hope you have a great day. You know, all the positive things that you send. There are times I'm like, God, why can't I be like him? So just know you are doing that. You're making a difference. You are going on, and you're turning something that is so horrible into something where you've chosen to make it a change in your life because of it. And I'm grateful for it. I'm
So am
grateful
I.
for it.
So am
We
I.
love you, man.
We're gonna get emotional,
I
guys.
just started crying right
I
there.
know.
But again, that's the whole. So there's a little taste of what Sketchy Life is going to be about. We're
It's
gonna
real life, guys.
topic stuff. We're going to talk about some stuff. We plan to, and again, we'll probably do some of them recorded. I think it would be good to do some live, get some feedback, like the feedback that you just gave us.
Right.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
exactly what we would hope it would be. But
So-
it just goes to show you that the people that we've been in through how many years have we been doing this now? 8 years.
7, almost 8.
We are the same people that you see. We're not putting on a show or airs or anything.
This is
There are
us.
times when it's hard. There are times when Mondays are tough.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
Tonight was a little tough.
just like Uncle Larry is saying, we chose to come in here and I wanted to draw something for you guys, and we wanted to have a little bit of chit chat back and forth, and it was tough.
There it is.
So we love you. Thanks for showing up and being a part of Sketchy Live Monday, the podcast and the drawing show. We love that, and we hope that you'll hang out and also be supporters of Sketchy Life too.
Yeah. So stay tuned for that.
Yep.
Again, guys, happy Thanksgiving. Have a wonderful time with your families and friends. And
here's where we flip
some
into
food.
the other guy, which is, hey, if you're getting ready to buy gifts for the holidays, head on over to JohnnyJalopy.com and pick up, maybe a piece of artwork.
www.
We got t-shirts and stickers and artwork to purchase, and hopefully some new merch coming soon.
And Johnny may surprise you in the next week and go live and maybe do a little tour around the car row so you can all see her. He may go live at Turkey Rod Run. He may just do some video there. So stay tuned. Head over to Johnny's page on Facebook. Head over to YouTube and just keep checking in. We love you guys. Have a great evening. And that's our show for tonight.
We'll see you.
As always,
stay sketchy.
Stay sketchy,
We'll see
guys.
you.
Bye.